Hello, everybody. Welcome to a live stream where, as the title says, I will be drawing Phinny from Pupstruction. If you don't know who that is, basically, there's a TV show called Pupstruction. With the main character, the main puppy, is a character called Phinny. He's a corgi puppy, and he's very cute. So I decided that today I'll do a little live stream while I draw him. So I have obviously a nice lamp to help for light. I have my air conditioner on because it's hot in here. As soon as you turn that thing off, it gets super hot. So there's that. Also, I figured that drawing Phinny would probably be fairly easy, just because the fact that I've actually drawn him. I did like a pixel version of him in Minecraft before. Hello. So I figured this way, it's something that, I already have kind of done before in a way. So obviously I'm not the best drawer in the world, so I'll definitely be using some, things to help me. Like obviously I do have the plushie of Phinny. He will be sitting next to the lamp just in case if I need some help. Another thing I wanted to show you guys is about a year ago, you guys know the game Mario Kart DS. Well, I drew a Phinny emblem for Mario Kart DS. So I think it looks pretty good. What do you guys think? That took me like, what, an hour probably to do? Hello. Welcome to the live stream. Just kind of showing like certain things that I did. So yeah, I drew the emblem of Phinny on Mario Kart DS just because, why not? I'll also be having probably a picture of Phinny somewhere to help me, because once again, like I said, I'm not that skilled at drawing. I do need something nearby, but at the same time, like, it shouldn't be too hard. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and this live stream of me attempting to draw Phinny, and I hope it does look really well. I am going to be drawing in pencil, just because, I will definitely be making mistakes. Now, one thing I wanted to test is this eraser, because I know erasers are kind of iffy. So if I draw a quick line real quick, and if I erase that, is it going to go away? Okay, it does go away, mostly. So I think we're good to go. Now, what are we going to start with? I think the best thing to start with, maybe the hat. I think the hat might be the best. So, hope you guys enjoyed this stream, by the way. We're gonna start by drawing the hat. So usually, it's a little crooked on his head, and the plushie that I'm looking at is tilting more towards the right, but when I'm looking at it, it's tilting more towards the left. So, let's see, how am I going to draw this? It'd probably be, I want to draw it somewhere higher up, but I don't know how. Alright, 1 second. Alrighty, I'm back. Cat? Is that what your icon is? It's a little hard to see from where I'm sitting. Well, it looks nice if that is a cat. Alright, anyway. I was going to start with the hat. Let's see. I'm trying to think of the best angle to put it. I think Also, by the way, I hope that air conditioner isn't too loud. It's crooked. So why don't we draw a line that's kind of going up a bit, kind of like that. That might be a little bit too crooked. I think I drew that a little crooked. So we're gonna try that again. This is why I did pencil, because I knew I'd be making a lot of mistakes. There we go. Let's try that again. Let's try maybe not quite so crooked. That's better. Okay. I'm gonna be drawing the. I'm not gonna draw any sideways poses or like backwards. I'm gonna do just normal forward. So the hat. It's not too big, but it's not like too small either. Something kind of like that in a way. So, I think it could be a little bit bigger. So we're gonna draw it. Let me move this camera a little bit so it's a little closer. There we go. I'm gonna draw the hat a little bit bigger. I think it's too small. So yes, there will be a lot of mistakes because I am not a professional drawer or anything. Excuse me, here we go. Let's try this again. Let's do it a little bit bigger this time. There we go. That's much better, honestly. Now he has a little emblem on his hat, and it's shaped. I don't even know what you call this shape, but it's a shape, all right. Let's see. If we go kind of down, up, then it goes up like that, then kind of like that. We'll do the same on this side. I guess it's like the pupstruction logo in a way. So, kind of cool. Looks like he has a little wrench inside. Oh, it outlines it too. Probably should have made it a little bigger then. Well, we'll tell you what, we'll erase this side because it's the weaker side of the two. We'll make it just a touch bigger so we can fit, you know, other stuff in there. So let's go out a little more this time. Then let's go down, and now we have another problem. I got too big. I'm sorry, I'm not a professional drawer, but, you know, I can try. Let's go out like that, and then down, and then down like that. Okay, see, that's better. Now we have to do it again. There we go. I hope the air conditioner isn't too loud, by the way. There is an air conditioner in here that I have on because it does get warm in here. Hello, hello. How are you all doing? How are you doing? Welcome to the live stream. Ooh, this is gonna be hard. I built it a little too, you know, stretched together, so I'm gonna have to build this stretched. I have to draw this stretched together as well. Trying to find a good way of doing this. It goes up, kind of like that, then out, like, you know, a wrench, and then it kind of just goes down. That. So, not too bad. Let me move this up here a little bit so you guys can see a little better. Because we're drawing the hat right now. We don't need to show the whole paper. Little paw. Now he has little paw prints on there to make it look like a paw print. Oh boy. Almost like little ovals in there. Like paw pads. We're gonna have to draw the same emblem again later. That's pretty good. So far it's looking, quite well. Let me see if I can zoom up a bit. Oh my, this is much nicer. I can zoom up to show you guys. How do you guys think it's looking so far? Basically, okay, if you guys did join later and you don't know, although the title does give it away, I am drawing Phinny from Pupstruction. I've drawn him before I made him his face as an emblem in Mario Kart DS, and I did his face in Minecraft before. Now, I think the hat is looking pretty good. What do you guys think? I'm trying to see if I'm missing anything, but I think we got the hat pretty good. We're gonna have to draw that same emblem again later on his shirt. So that'll be interesting. The hat, honestly, is the easy part. This is where it gets harder. Trying to figure out what to draw next. He does kind of have little lines that go up the hat, so kind of like this in a way, kind of like construction hats. So there we go, something more like that to make it kind of stand out a bit. Now we get down to his ears. This is where it gets a little hard. Now his one ear goes down while the other one is up. So we're gonna have to figure out how to do that. Shall be interesting. Before we do that though, I'm gonna get a drink real quick because I'm getting thirsty. So 1 second, I'll be right back. Alrighty, we're back. Now his face, his ears. This is gonna be hard. So it kind of sticks out from the edge of the hat. So it's gonna look something kind of like, probably gonna start right around in this area. And it's gonna go down at a slight slant. So kind of like this. Something kind of like that. It's gonna kind of... I'm not the best at drawing ears. It's gonna kind of loop a bit and go back up, but not too far. Well, I guess, it actually will go back up to his hat. Something kind of like that. This is my first time drawing him actually on paper though, so, I'm learning, but it ain't, it's not the hardest thing in the world. It's just Phinny. Now his face. I believe it kind of starts in his ear, basically. So something like this, where it starts like somewhere around the ear, and then it just kind of goes down. So something kind of like this. Except I did it a little bit too much wideness. We don't want that. So we're gonna try that again. Move that over there so you guys can see. I'm just gonna go more like this. And we're gonna stop for a second. I know it doesn't look like much now, but it should be better later. Now it's gonna kind of go down a bit. Something like that. Not too much, but not... It looks a little wide from what I'm looking at, but I think the hat is what's throwing me off. Because the fact that the hat is crooked. So it's making, you know, it's making it look like it's a little crooked. Zoom out a little bit because we're starting to get, you know, a little bigger. Let's get to his other side of the face. It does kind of go down a little bit, like that. But then we have the other ear. This is the one that goes up. And it kind of goes up. Don't want to get it in the way of the hat. So, you know, we're going to go down a little bit more. Maybe we're going to erase some of that off. We're going to erase that. We're going to go more like this. And then the ear. Then it's going to kind of curve down into the side of his face. I'm going to make sure it's long enough. We're going to bring this down a bit to about there. So then we can do his other ear and bring it down. Oops. Curve that a little bit. There, something like that. What do you guys think? How's it looking so far? It's looking better now that I drew the other ear and the other side of the face. I hope that air conditioner ain't loud, by the way. Now this is the part I always stink at, connecting the faces. So we drew this, and it's gonna go down a little further, kind of like how the other one is. Out a little, but not much. And then right around here is where it's gonna, you know, curve down. Kind of like this. I'm going to redraw this point. It's looking a little too... like it's not curvy, if you know what I mean. Like I said, the hat is really throwing me off. Something more like... yeah, more like that, I think. I think that's better. What do you guys think so far? Now, before we start drawing the face, I do want to finish the outline. So maybe we finish his neck here. Trying to figure out. So after we drew it down, it still kind of goes down, but it's more like... well, it goes down a little bit. Something kind of like that. And then, that's when it kind of goes like this in a way. And same with the other side. Goes down a little bit. And then the slant to the side. And then they both just, you know, group up. Alright, so we got the outline of the head so far. How do you think it's looking? Let me know down in chat. Tell you guys what, we're not going to draw the face quite yet, because I want to do the outline first. Because after you do the outline, then it's kind of easier to, do everything else. So now, we have to figure out how the body goes. And how his legs go. This is going to be hard. Let's see. It almost kind of comes out like a little before the neck. And then it just kind of goes down. So something kind of like this. It just keeps going. Maybe goes out a little bit. Probably a little bit too big, but we'll see. The other side, I'm gonna do this side first, honestly, before I worry about that side. I just realize you guys can't see. Zoom out a little bit. I don't want to zoom out too much though. There we go. And now the paw kind of goes out a little bit. Maybe out a little more than that. Maybe not quite as far out. Something maybe more like this. That's too sharp of a turn. Now that's all messed up. All right. Erase all that. I'm glad I picked a pencil that has a good eraser, because sometimes those erasers are like garbage. Something more like this. Then it's going to go down and around, and then kind of go up. Not too far up though. Kind of like that. Whew! I think I drew it a little far too out, but it's okay. It isn't the end of the world. Does it go up any further? I think it does. Although, I think I drew the outline a little bit too big. Or the body a little too big. In comes our first big mistake. So now, I'm going to erase a little bit, because I think I drew it a little too big. I'm trying to think where the paw would go, because, I mean... Let's erase a little bit of that. Erase this. I don't think this paw goes all the way out there. It does go down. Maybe more around here is better. It just looked like I just drew two. So now is when it goes down and around. And then it can go up here. And go up a little further this time. Yeah, something more like that. I think that looks better. That looks a lot better, honestly. It was too long before. Now we do the other side. Move the camera a little bit closer so I can zoom up a bit. Readjust the camera a bit. Okay. There we go. Now this side. It starts like the other side. Something I didn't realize about the other side with the angle that I'm looking at the Phinny that I have, the Phinny plush, it kind of goes out a little bit. So it kind of more does something like this. Well, besides the neck part of it, I think that's all pretty good. But it goes out, and then it kind of goes down a bit. Something kind of like this. And then it, it starts working its way down to the paw pad, but I messed that up a little bit. I think that might be too big too. No, it's actually not bad. Okay. Then it works its way down to the paw pad. Something more like that. Ish. It's hard to tell. Once again, I'm not the best drawer out there, but no. It is what it is. And honestly, I think I made this a little too crooked. Something more like that. Yeah, that's much better. And obviously I did weight. I made an angle way too. Keep in mind there is going to be a lot of mistakes because I'm not the most skilled at drawing ever, but I can attempt. There, that's better. And this is where we go out, go down, and kind of go up. Not all the way. And then that's where we go up. So there we go. It's starting to look a little better. What do you guys think? How is it looking so far? We got a lot of the outline drawn, honestly, but now it's mainly the, well, we still gotta get a decent amount of the body yet. Here, I'm gonna show you guys what, okay, let me zoom out a bit. There we go. This is what he's looking like so far. And also, I hope you guys are liking the live stream. Now, this one's going to be a little hard. The back legs. So obviously we can't just draw back legs. We got to actually look at the angle of how, the plushy looks that I have. I'm looking at his back feet, and it does kind of look like, if I do this, it looks like one comes out right around where his arm is. Trying to find the best angle, sorry. Just bear with me. Looks like probably right around. Well, we're gonna make him sitting, by the way, because we are doing the front, so we are going to make him sitting instead of standing. It's up a little bit. Hey, is it really all the way that high? It's something kind of like this, where it goes down. And then we have, of course, the big. Oops. It's a little too small. Something kind of like that, in a way. And then we do the same on the other side. Right around the same area. I know, it looks a little funny. For me, at least, it looks a little funny. Trying to find the right place to draw it. Probably about there, yeah. Goes down, just like the other one. And then the paw. Let's make it a little bigger. Yeah, that works. So nice. Now, obviously, the front paws are going to be covering up, you know, underneath there. And then you have his tummy, which kind of starts something like that. No, that's too. It kind of. Let's see. Sorry. Sorry, I'm trying to study this to see, you know, where I'm supposed to start, how it's gonna look. This is how I did the, I'm gonna have to show you guys that sometime. The picture I did in Minecraft. It was a picture of Phinny's face. And I just did it based off of muscle memory, honestly. Well, muscle memory and pictures. Because like I said, I'm not the most skilled drawing ever. But I didn't even need to go on YouTube to actually like look up what to do block to block. Maybe down a little. Nah, I think it's like this. And it kind of goes down a little bit. And then a little bit up there at the end. There we go. That's looking pretty good. Although I do think I built this paw a little too short, so I'm going to erase it. I'm going to try again, make it a little longer. But after I did the stump, it definitely looks a lot better. It looks better. To me, it does at least. It goes down. Go down a little further. Then you can do the paw thing. There. There we go, something like that. Looks better. What do you guys think of the picture? Let me know down in the comments. We basically got the outline done for the most part. I'm trying to make sure I'm not missing anything. One thing that I think we can do to start is to get his shirt. Well, and another thing is his paw. So something like it's up a little bit further from, you know, where his paw kind of starts. And it kind of just goes like, kind of like that. And same with on this side. Just kind of goes, kind of like that. This one I think go up a little more. So we're gonna go maybe something more like that. Okay. Same with the back paws. There we go. Now, no, don't be mistaken. This part ain't the shirt quite yet. The shirt more starts around here, and it kind of goes like this. That is where the shirt starts. And same with this side over here. Kind of something like that. Now the shirt does go down here too. I drew the stomach a little small. Well, a little small on this side, I'm going to say. So I'm going to erase a little bit of this. We're going to make it a little bigger. Something more like that. There we go. That's much better. And his shirt kind of goes more like that. There we go. Something kind of like that in a way. Another thing that I noticed is right down in here, it's like a dark blue. So it kind of starts like maybe something like this. And it goes down. Same with this side. Well, we'll go back up. Same, goes up. And just kind of something kind of like that. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. He also has another emblem on his chest, so we gotta figure out where that's gonna go. I think I drew this a little big. One sec. It does kind of look like something like that. There we go, that's better. Not quite as massive. Yeah, don't worry, we'll get to his face, but that's gonna be last. He has an emblem on his chest, so I gotta figure out where... The point does kind of point up with this little blue thing though, so that's not... Okay, that's pretty easy. And it goes, whoops. Messed up. Maybe up a little further. Like that. And down. Oh. Yeah, that's fine. It looked kind of big at first. That's fine. And over. Yeah, that's big. I drew that way too. Something feels off. I'm gonna redraw this. I'm gonna retry it. Starts like that. It goes down, maybe not quite as much. And it goes down this way. Then it goes more over. And it goes up. Up again. Hey, that's crooked. That one there is crooked too. Get rid of both of those lines. The emblem is honestly harder than the other stuff that I had to draw. Just because the factor of trying to get it to look nice, look like an emblem, but not look too big or too small. Draw something more like this. There we go. That's better. That's better than how it looked. Obviously a little outline, just like the other one. And once again, the same thing, the little wrench, the paw pads to make it look like a paw. Ooh, that looks kind of funny. Guess I'll have to do, oh my. This is gonna be hard. I have to draw the tiniest little circles. It all kind of smushed together there in the middle, but you know, it works. It works. Alrighty. I think we basically got, oh, there's another thing that I missed. On his arms, there's a little like, almost like gray thing that kind of starts right in here. Part of his, you know, design. Honestly, these things are bigger. Made them a little too small. I think they can be bigger than that. Maybe something more like, yeah, something more like this. I think. There we go. That looks better. There's like a little gray thing that kind of goes. Ooh, this will be interesting to draw. It kind of does this in a way, and then it just very slightly does that, and it's on both sides too. Shoot, I just realized I forgot to make this side like the other side. I'm gonna erase that real quick. I forgot to make it kind of look more like this side. So gotta go out a bit, kind of like that, then down to the paws. There we go. That looks better. Now let's retry this. Yeah, kind of like that. And then like that. And same with this side. So it starts kind of like this. Then it gets a little smaller. A little bit bigger there at the end. There we go. I think we basically got the bottom bit done with. Unless I think of something else later. Like, you know, his paws. I don't know if it's one second. 1 second. Yeah, silly me. Has paws, by the way. I just forgot to draw them. Oh, nope, not like that. This. Kind of more out. Yeah, that's better. There we go. That's looking better. Same with the back. There we go. That looks better. Now it looks a little more like paws. Alright, excuse me one sec. We'll get to the face in a minute. Need to take a drink. Get a drink. Thirsty. Oh boy, what do I even want to start with for the face? Let's go back up here a little bit. There's a lot of things obviously I still need to do. For one, something that I've noticed, probably should have fixed. This ear is a little short, so I'm gonna make it a little bit longer. Just look, it just seems a little too short. Let's go out a little more, then go up. Come on now. There we go. That's a bit better. Now the ear's a bit longer now. There's a lot of things obviously I have to do. I have to draw his eyes, have to kind of the little bit of hair he has, the line between orange and white, the nose, the mouth, eyebrows, and he has a little bit of pink in his ear, of course, because you know ears are pink. I'm gonna do this. There we go. I'm gonna do it like this too. There we go. Between the orange and the pink. I think the best is probably honestly between separating the orange and the white. So we have to start probably somewhere around here for the line, and it kind of goes down. Same with this side. Except there's a problem already. It's too far to the one side. Can't go with the hat. I think the hat is honestly what's making it screwy for me. Okay, maybe something more like this, and then like this. That's better. All right. Now, then kind of goes like this, or it goes out. Whoops. Then it goes down here at the very end. And just kind of, this part is, you know, I built his face before in Minecraft. Maybe not, let's not go out quite as far, maybe. Something that's funny is that, I'm gonna take a break. Something that's funny was that when we went to Disney World 2 years ago, and at Magic Kingdom, they have a restaurant called Beauty and the Beast. It's like a Beauty and the Beast restaurant, and I mean it's all right. I've been there before. The food's all right. And outside of the restaurant, they had a menu, obviously for, you know, to look at to see what you want to eat. And there was also a kids menu next to that, and the kids menu theme was pupstruction, which I thought was really funny. So yeah, anyway, back to your face is so hard. Well, not the face, it's just the lining between the orange and the white is what's hard. So it does kind of go in a slight up, but then it curves down, more like this. Yeah, you see, that's better. And it is also, yeah, that's pretty good. The curve is too, I don't know. I'm trying to think. Maybe it goes back further, but it also goes up maybe a bit. Maybe that's what something just feels a little off. But once again, this is only the beginning of the face. So we've been on for almost an hour now, so that's crazy. All right, let me do this way and work my way up. So it does kind of go like this. Maybe not quite. It more goes like this. Yeah, maybe that's what I'm missing. And then like that. Yeah. That looks better. Okay, now we have to do the same on the other side. So it goes down. It kind of goes up a little. And then one massive turn later, and then it just kind of goes down. Hey. All right, that actually looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. He also has, if you didn't know, a little bit of like fur almost. There. That's cool. That's cute. We're getting there. We're getting closer to actually finishing it. Now the eyes. Oh boy. The eyes are gonna be, I mean, they shouldn't be too hard. They're mainly just circles, but I have to figure out where to put them. How it's gonna look. Hello. Welcome to the live stream. Not bad. That's good. Thank you. This is my very first time doing like a full drawing. I've done an emblem on Marker DS before, but that was only the face, and then I built his face on Minecraft before too. So this is my first full time actually drawing Phinny. And we've done, I think, a pretty decent job overall. It's just the face that I'm on last. Which, obviously, I mean, ain't the easiest, but we're getting there. Alright, so we gotta figure out how we want to do these eyes. I do also have a Phinny plushie that is sitting next to me, so I can kind of take a look at it to see, you know, what goes where. So it leaves a little bit of the orange open, so something kind of maybe, almost kind of like, that's too small already. Yeah, I'm not the most skilled at drawing, so now I try to get it decent, but there's one eye. Oh boy, we better color it in first before we even, not even color it in. Hello, hey Sonic Bros, how you doing? It's not bad? Well, that's good. Glad it looks pretty good. Huh. Something kind of like this. He has blue eyes. And then like that. Okay. You love it? Well, I'm glad you love it. I mean, the eyes look kind of funny now, but I was thinking of coloring it in as well. I don't have any colored pencils, unfortunately, so it would have to be marker. Just making sure the eye looks pretty good. You love it? That's good. I'm glad you like it. I'm gonna get a drink real quick. Gets thirsty. Huh. Let's try the other eye. I mean, you know what? Before we do the other eye, I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna make this eye a little bit bigger. I know it's not colored in yet. I do plan on coloring it in, but it looks a little small. So I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger. Let's maybe go up like this. So then this can go more like that. And that can go more like that. Okay, yeah, that's already better. So let's do the same with the other eye. It goes down and around the orange, but it doesn't completely get rid of the orange. Now there we go, that's not bad. Bigger the better, yep. I just don't want to run out of room. The thing that's really throwing me off is the hat, because I have to draw the hat kind of crooked in a way, so. That's the thing well, it was throwing me off, but I think it's better now. Little pupils. I'll erase that then, because I probably will color it in. The hat is okay. Yeah, that's the first thing I did draw. It does look a little small. But maybe I do this. Make it look more like, yeah, I'm not the best at, I'm not the best at the hat. I never was. We'll draw these back at least so it doesn't look like that they're just kind of standing out. But even then, it doesn't look the greatest. But it works. It's better, I guess. Or I guess actually, now that I'm thinking about it, let me get a picture real quick. Yeah, it's like a slight. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not good with hats. I'm trying to think of something because I know there's a little line, like a tiny line. I'm trying to think how that would work, because that wouldn't look right over here. Let me try something real quick before we continue. Let's erase this. So, if anything, you can more see the hat kind of goes more like, and then you can kind of see underneath it a little bit, in a way. Something kind of like that. I guess it's better than what was the. Yeah, I'm not the best with hats, and this side wouldn't work just because the fact that it's down, so you wouldn't see it. Where's the other ear? Right here. Because the one ear is down and the other ear, it was smaller earlier. I drew it, but that's the problem. I've been drawing. I drew the feet too long at one point. I had to erase that. But I think overall it's looking pretty good. Eyebrows. I think we should do eyebrows next. So your eyebrow kind of starts like above the eye, and it kind of goes like that, and to a point. Kind of like that, except kind of goes more like Something like that. Same with the other side. It starts off almost kind of like a tiny, tiny little, and it kind of goes up and around the eye to the point. This one, yep, same. I can tell it's off already, so we'll see which eyebrow gets redone. This one I need to redo the tip. I think this one's the one that's a little off. Once again, the hat is throwing me off. Needs to be closer to the eye, I think. We're gonna draw it. I think I drew too far down too. Something more like this, and then more like that maybe. Maybe that's what was through. Yeah, that's better. It's not bad? Well, that's good. This little stick thing's too big, though. Not stick, but, whatchamacallit. We'll draw it more like this. There we go. Just try to make sure... I think it looks pretty good. It's just something that I think it needs. I don't know. I'm just something about it is like telling me erase it, but the other part of me is saying no, it's fine. Once again, I think it's just the hat that's throwing it off, or just the way the eyebrows are angled on the plush that I'm looking at. But I think it looks pretty good. You guys are saying it looks good in chat too, so I think we'll keep it. If we want to erase it later, we may, but I think it looks pretty good. Oh boy, now the nose. This is something. This is definitely something. Something indeed. The thing is that his nose kind of goes out a bit, if you know what I mean. Like it's not just on his face. But how would I draw it? Yep, that's what I'm doing next. Mount. So just kind of got to see how the nose looks, like any other nose. Well, actually, let me. Yeah, that's how it looks. Okay. How far up? Something like this. It's kind of like that, and it goes down. Something kind of like that. How does it look, guys? There's still obviously a lot of room down here, but I mean, he has a lot of room down there. Like, he doesn't have anything specifically down there. Looks okay? Alright. I mean, it's kind of hard to draw the line. Now the mouth goes a little below. Let me check. Checking the plush, and I'm also looking at pictures online as well. The thing with the tail is it's small, so you wouldn't necessarily see it unless if I did it at like an angle, and I didn't do it at an angle, so yep. So the mouth would go a little below the nose. It would go. I don't want to make it too small, but I don't want to make it too big. He's usually really happy, so he'll be smiling, of course. Something like this. like that. I think that looks pretty decent. What do you guys think? Think it looks pretty good? Yeah? Alright. Well, I'm gonna make it a little bigger. Just a little bit. Just a little. Ooh. Whoops. There. And down like that. Something like that. There we go. Looks good. Glad you're liking it. I think we basically got bigger the better. I just don't want to make it too big that one side's like way over here by the nose, and because you know he has a big smile, but it isn't like too big. Now obviously one thing that I probably will do is to color it in, because I do have some markers. I don't have any colored pencils. I definitely want to color in the eyes. The white obviously will stay white. The hat, the blue, obviously the nose, the mouth. The thing is, Phinny is a very like brownish orangish color. So, but I think orange probably. Orange I think would work better. So 1 minute while I find the markers. There we go. Found the orange. Honestly though, I better get the colors out that I need. So we definitely need orange. We need yellow. We need blue. I don't have any light blue, unfortunately. Which is a shame because that's what, you know. Well, let me see. Let me see if I have. So I have two different types of blues. Which blue looks darker? We're gonna go down. Oops, I'm gonna test down here at the very bottom of the paper. So here's one of the blues I have. It's a big marker. So that looks like a very, very dark blue. And then here's the other blue I have. That's a tiny bit lighter. So those are the only blues I really have. So it'll be it's gonna be, because Phinny does have two different types of blues on his shirt, but we could always use that big one, the big one for the lines, and we can use the smaller one for the shirt. I think that's probably how I'm gonna do it. Because I think oh, hold the phone. Hold on a sec. I found another blue. Perfect. That's what I'm looking for. Yep, I got the colors out that I don't need this big one. So we're gonna use, so here's our blues that we have. I'm gonna use this blue for his sleeves, and this blue for, you know, the shirt. Yellow, orange, put this away. Actually, no, keep this out. Gonna need a little bit of black for the nose, a little bit of red for the mouth. I think that's all, and a little, yeah, a little bit of pink. That's the other one. And I think that's all the colors I need. Let's start with the light blue. I think we should color in those eyes. Oops, I need to move the camera, not the paper. Alright, put the pencil away. Now, the eyes. I'm trying to outline kind of the drawing I did, because I can't necessarily just color in. I don't want to mess up. It does have blue eyes though. Whoops. Yellow, 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 yellow. Don't worry, we'll get to the yellow. Before we do his shirt, I think we should do the dark blue and the black. Black would be nice. Oh, that's right. We can erase. We can erase the pupils in the middle. Because I am drawing the black. I'll try to hopefully see if I can try to leave a little bit of space. So let's see if I can do that. Problem is these markers are too big, but there we go. That side wasn't bad. Now we just basically color in. That's okay. It's alright. Nobody's perfect. Yes. The eyes look much better now, I think. The problem is I just don't have, I don't have a white. That's one little mess of ain't gonna hurt. The nose, of course, is black as well. There we go. Yeah, definitely looking left. Another thing that I forgot is the eyebrow should be brown, because it isn't quite orange color, but it's not like dark either. Here we go. By the way, if you're curious, this is the Phinny plush that I was helping me get not inspiration, but helping me draw. Let's see. You've been wanting to do the yellow. I think we should do the yellow. I know, right? He's very, very cute. Problem is the fact that I'm not the best at the hat. We can kind of draw this in a little bit to make it look like something that I'm noticing now. Don't mean to go back to the drawing, but oops, put that there. What happens if we do a line maybe down below here a little bit? Does that flesh out the hat a little more? That looks better. Erase a little bit of this, just so we can get this line through. You have a puppy? What type of dog is he? Whoops. Keep drawing this line too far up. Border Collie. Border Collies are cute. I have an Akita. It's going to be turning 4 years old in September here. There we go. The hat looks better. We're not going to need those. Well, yeah, we're not going to need these lines for doing the hair either. There we go. That looks better. That looks better. Dusty, that's a good name. We have, our dog's name is Chase. The only name we could all agree on. Oops. Don't want to do that yet because I have to do the rest of this hat. There we go. That looks better. That looks better, honestly. Alright. Whew. Alright. Now, oops. Just got a little bit erased. Go. Chase. Chase is our dog's name. The only name we could all agree on. A little bit of pencil and erase there. From an old hat. Yeah, you can see I drew the hat a lot smaller, so it doesn't look quite as nice. Or it looked too small, basically. It's nice that for the yellow, at least the pencil still kind of shows through. So you can kind of see like the outline of, you know, the way that his builder hat is. Better do it like this, so I can see what I'm doing. Go around the outline of this. This yellow is looking a little not so yellow. Let me try another yellow we have. Oh, he's your profile picture. Nice. Oh, this yellow isn't looking much yellow either. This one's looking almost kind of dead. Let's see. About the same as the other. Let's see. I think I have other yellows. If not, it's not the other one. What the heck? Found like a very, very... Oh, I guess this is yellow. Whoa, that's like a highlighter yellow. And this is where I'm testing my... That's like a highlighter yellow. Yeah, we're not using that. I'll just go back to the yellow that we've been using. It's fine. It's not that big of a deal. It works. This one. There we go, back to... Oops, I think I moved that a little bit. There we go. Today is your birthday. Well, happy birthday. Hope you have a great birthday today. You're welcome. We're almost done with the yellow here. Let's finish up his hat. We'll do the orange last, because that's easy. That's, I shouldn't say easy, but there's more orange than there is any other color. Let's do the pink next. Let's do his pink ears. There's a tiny, tiny little bit. Wow, that pink is a lot. Let's try the other pink. I have two different, I have two of each colors. Maybe this pink isn't so big. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Now, up here. He has a pink tongue, too, but I don't know if I'm going to do a tongue or not. Honestly, he is a very cute character. He's my favorite character from Pupstruction. I mean, it shows. I drew him before as an emblem in Mario Kart DS
Well, it was just the face. And then I drew his face, not drew, but I built his face in Minecraft before. So I'll have to take pictures of them and post them on the community post one of these times. Maybe we do a little tongue. Like that. There we go. Then the rest of it's red. Want to be careful not to get too far or too outside the lines. This red's a lot darker than I thought. I think that's the only red we need, okay. So then we're just down to the blues and the oranges. Yeah, I mean, it is really coming. Once you start adding the color, it definitely starts coming together a little more. Let's do the dark blue. So I already can see there's dark blue around the hat. Let me move this down a bit. Once we're done with the drawing, I'll probably erase all the lines as well. Just because of the fact now that we'll have it drawn, and some of the pencil lines just kind of stick out. Not these ones though, because still can kind of tell that that's part of the hat, but it's not dark enough to color it in with black. I like drawing. I mean, I'm not the best, but at the same time, like if I'm actually sitting back and like actually really focusing into it, then I'm not bad at it, pretty decent. Obviously we got to do the same thing down here at this one. This one's a lot smaller than the other one that I did. We have to be extra careful. Oh boy, that light blue is gonna be a pain. There we go. That wasn't too bad. Up here. There. Hope you guys are enjoying this video, by the way. Something brand new that I've never done before. There we go. I think that's pretty much it for the dark blues. Now, something I did notice, if I can find the color of it, is up in here, that's gray. So maybe I'll just color it in with pencil. Let's see if I have any grays hiding. Oh, I found a lighter pink I should have used. Nah, it's okay. It's alright. Nope. No grays. That's okay. We can color it in with pencil. We'll do that. Let's do the light blue first. I think we should do that. We gotta do the light blue. I'm gonna get the hard stuff done with though. Up here. Actually, you know, I'm gonna do down here. That's gonna be really... Woo! Not the easiest thing to do, that's for sure. Especially with a big marker like this. I don't want to... Yeah, I already covered up one of the paw pads. So now it's just 3. When this live stream ends, I'm going to go to your channel. Yeah, there's a lot. I have a decent amount of videos on this channel. I've been doing videos since 2022, so... For other pupstruction stuff, I did rank all the pupstruction characters as well, all the main characters as well as the episodes of pupstruction. Because I like pupstruction. It's a cute show. There we go. This one up here is a lot easier to do. The emblem's a lot bigger too, so it's a lot easier to. Still have to watch out that I don't cover up any of the paw pads, which I just barely didn't. Whew. We'll erase that pencil then too. Let's see. What else do we? Well, the shirt, obviously. I just want to make sure there's nothing else minor that I have to do with the. You can subscribe if you want to. It's all up to you. If you enjoy my videos and what I do, then go ahead. Probably have to keep this pencil line in here too, just to... Some of these pencil lines I still want to keep, but some I don't mind erasing either. I'm gonna see if the other blue. Oh, that's right. This is the only. Oh wait, maybe there's one in here. Yeah, I think I see one. Maybe it's a little nicer. Oh, that's a little different. That's a little bit of a different blue. Huh. Interesting. But it'll work. Shirt's starting to come together. With all the blue. This blue's starting to run out too. You live there? I'm not the greatest with flags, different flags around the world. But that's neat. It's neat seeing other people who aren't from the US. There we go. Got his shirt I did say I was probably going to color in Slovakia. I hope I said that right. Oh, nice. Nice. That's neat. Right color in right here, because this is a gray. What's interesting that I noticed is that in the show, the little gray part is very dark. But on the plushie, it's very light. So, that's something. Maybe I'll outline this with a dark blue as well, because that's kind of how it's full of nature. Yep. It is. Which dark blue? Oh, that's the only dark blue I had. It seemed to work well for that. I'm gonna draw a little outline like this. Same on this side. Oops. There we go. Side's a little crooked. Now the orange. How orange is this orange? That's honestly like perfect. That works. Whoops. That works. Great. Let's do the hard sections first, like up around the ears. Oh, that's supposed to be pink. Oops. Wait, which pink was the nice pink? I don't remember. This one, maybe? There we go. Glad you're liking the picture. Oh boy. Little this thing. Probably keep the pencil mark here, just so you can, just because this is all going to be orange as well. So then you can tell what's orange and what's not, or what's part of the hair, or yeah, the little bit of hair in it. How do I want to do this? Probably up would be the better option. I don't want to get too much of that yellow. Down. Yeah, like all this pencil stuff, that can all get erased. So I'm not going to need, it's just going to kind of stick out. He does look really good though, and the more that I color in and the more like that the drawing goes around, the more happier I am with the way that he looks. Yep, he is coming together. Honestly, I'm much happier with the way the hat is now. after I drew that extra line. It looks much better. Alrighty, we got the one side done. So now we move on to the other side. It's really cute. I'm glad you like it. Oops. Ah. As you can see, I messed up a little bit there on the hat. I was working up. There we go. It's okay. It isn't the end of the world. It is a lot harder on this side because I am a right-handed drawer. So it is hard doing the left side, or no, this is the right side of Phinny. But it's my left, his right. Yeah, I never learned to left-handed. There we go. Got basically the face completed, because that would be the last color. Down here, we have a little bit of orange to color in. Whew. We're almost done. We're getting closer. We're getting there. This here's another line I want to keep so you can tell the difference between the back leg and the front leg. It's 1:45 already. That took almost 2 hours to do. So I started this live stream right at 12. And I ended up taking a little longer than I thought, but not too much longer. Not too long. This line stays, and this line here stays. So here we have Phinny fully colored in. I'll let you take a look, or take a peek, I should say. You're watching me at night. That's right, because I mean, depending where you live, sometimes for me, I mean, I don't know how the time frame works there. I mean, it's 1:46 p.m. for me, and for me that's like, for us that's like almost midday, or for you that's right at night. All right. One thing I wanted to do is I want to erase some of these lines, stuff that obviously we don't necessarily need anymore. Like some of these lines, let's see. We can erase all the lines in here. We're not going to need any of these anymore, because we have the emblem in now. What other lines do we don't need? We don't need the ear lines anymore. We don't need this line either. So we can get rid of these, because now we have the actual thing colored. You're going to bed soon? Well, this live stream is going to end pretty soon here too. I'm basically just going to be erasing all the, not all, but some of the marker marks, or pencil marks that I drew. And then that'll probably be about it for the live stream. Yeah, once you get rid of a lot of this pencil mark, it starts to shine even more. I hope you guys enjoyed this live stream, by the way. Something different that I've never done before. I usually do, like, I'll do Mario videos, Mario Kart. I don't remember what I've done before, but yeah, this is different. I've never did a drawing before on a live stream. So I hope you guys are enjoying, by the way. Yeah, it does honestly look, it looks much better. It does look a lot better. Erase all these lines, we don't need them anymore. We can erase the eyebrows. We can erase all this. We can erase his eyes. We don't need that anymore. Erase the nose line and the mouth line as well, because now they're all colored in, so we don't need them. I'll keep a lot of the hat lines. What other lines? I think that's all the lines up on the face. And the body, we can erase the emblem line down here. We can erase this line, these two lines that I did. I'm not going to need those. We can erase... Maybe not. We'll keep this line. Right there, the show. Oh, we can erase the line below that. We can erase this line. So now we have his leg colored in. This side. Oops. Don't want to erase the paw because that is white, so that stays. This line here we can erase. This line on this side. It does look, it honestly does look really great. It looks adorable, I agree. It looks better with all these lines erased, honestly. Or even better, I should say. I think most of the other lines can stay because they're basically, the rest are pretty much needed. But I think overall, I could erase basically everything good. Well, there we go. That's the drawing of Phinny that I did. How do you guys think it looks? Or how do you guys like it? You love it? Great. Well, that's good. Wow. This live stream has been going on for about 2 hours now, which is crazy. So, with that, here's our drawing of Phinny. I think he looks pretty. I think I did a decent job of him. I think I did a pretty good job. It looks great. It's cute, obviously. And for the first time actually, like, drawing him, I think it looks pretty good. Like I said before, I have done other Phinny related things, like I've drew his face on an emblem marker DS, as well as created his face in Minecraft, but never drew him before. So I like I like how it turned out. It turned out really nice. But yeah, that's basically going to be it for the live stream. It's been going on for almost 2 hours, which is crazy. So with that, I hope you guys enjoyed this live stream, and maybe I'll do something in the future where I draw another cartoon character or whatnot. We'll see. If I do, it would be an every once in a while type thing. But yeah, it was kind of fun doing this, or not kind of, it was really fun doing this. And I hope you guys do enjoy this video, or this live stream, I should say. Any other things that you guys want to say before I end the live stream, or are we all good? Goodbye. Alright, well, with that, hope you guys have a great day.